watching Good Morning Nashville, live on News 2.
Now at 6 on Good Morning Nashville, a convicted felon back in jail after Metro Police say he was involved in a shootout at a car wash.
And a family's been left homeless after a fire in Franklin that investigators say was caused by a spray foam.
And police in Murfreesboro need your help finding a missing teenager who was last seen on Monday.
After being detained in China, 3 Americans are on their way back home as part of a prisoner swap.
And a memorial run will be held today in Mount Juliet to raise money for rescued animals.
First, we say happy Thanksgiving this morning. We are tracking everything from your holiday travel to Turkey Day meal savings to ways that you can get out and get back to your community today. And we wish you a happy Thanksgiving. We're so glad you're here.
Happy Thanksgiving. A lot of folks are probably just getting up now, trying to prepare for dinner, and we love that y'all are here with us. And again, thanks for everyone who helped us to give Neil a wonderful send-off yesterday.
It was pretty perfect.
I love seeing all the messages, and now I'm still in disbelief. I feel like he's going to walk in here on Monday, but
he texted me last night, and he said, thank you all again for everything, because initially he did not want to.
He did not want any of that.
And he said, I'm so grateful that we did, because it was just great to hear from everybody out there who watched him for so long. I know it meant a lot to him.
Yeah, that was awesome to see. And Marcus, we're glad that the weather is like it is right now. People are still driving to see their family. It's not too bad.
No, not terrible now here in the mid-state. We did have that rain yesterday evening into the overnight. A couple of thunderstorms too, but nothing severe in our area. This system now moving up to the northeast. So if you have travel plans up to the northeast, that's where some of your more intense weather is ongoing. We have snow and a rain mixture up in the New England region. And then to the south, we have some ongoing rain and thunderstorms. We just had a brief tornado warning over in sections of southeast Alabama, not too far from the Montgomery area a short time ago. That one was allowed to expire. So if you're heading to the south, that's where the better chances for some rain is expected, especially south of that front. For us here, we're drying out today, but we do have a cloudy sky at this moment. This is the view from Dixon in our Enigenburg exteriors camera. We're starting out with an overcast sky. One thing you will note is that the road is still just a tad damp. That northwest breeze is going to help with the evaporation, but there's still some moisture on the ground, so keep that in mind. Downtown Nashville, Nissan Stadium camera, all looking good, but you can notice the overcast sky that is lingering. We're starting in the 40s this morning for most areas at this time. 45 in Columbia, 41 in Hopkinsville. Good morning in Crossville. You're at a temperature of 42, along with Camden and Portland, a temperature of 43. Lawrenceburg, down in Lawrence County, we hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. 45 degrees is your current temperature, but it feels like 40, and I have some areas that feel like the 30s with the light northwest wind. Your forecast for today, cloudy sky this morning through about midday. After 1 o'clock, if you're in our western areas, Paris, Dover, up toward Elkton, Kentucky, even back down toward Waynesboro, Hohenwald, and Decaturville, you're going to start to see some peaks of sun into the afternoon. Temperatures into the mid-40s. Those of you to the east, Cookeville, Smithville, all the way up toward Albany, Kentucky. Clouds are going to hold through today, but we'll see them all decrease for tonight. That's going to bring a colder start tomorrow morning. We're going to talk more about that and some additional colder air moving in through the rest of the holiday in a few minutes.
The Nashville Mayor's Office says they are moving forward with implementing the new transit improvement plan, despite a new lawsuit against the initiative.
That lawsuit was filed Wednesday by the Committee to Stop an Unfair Tax, which campaigned against the referendum. The lawsuit claims the transit referendum used misleading ballot language and is against state law. In a statement, the Mayor's Office says they're moving forward with the plan. They say it was vetted by attorneys, accountants, the Metro Council, and ultimately the people of Nashville.
Live from Nashville, this is News 2 at 11.
Welcome to News 2 at 11. I'm Nicole Smith, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone celebrating. The Macy's 98th Thanksgiving Day Parade takes place this morning in a cold and rainy New York City. But back here in Middle Tennessee, it's supposed to be chilly with some afternoon sun. So let's get right to meteorologist Marcus Bagwell, standing by the quick check of the forecast. Some tough conditions there in NYC, Marcus.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Nicole. No question about it. Notice up to the north and to the northeast, the rain is still ongoing in sections of New York, but portions of New York, or a lot of it, really dealing with some ongoing snow at this current point. Meanwhile, for us, we are on the backside of that system. That same system bringing rain to them brought the rain here to our area.
breaking news alerts and coverage where you live with Nicole Smith and meteorologist Marcus Bagwell. This is News 2 at 11.
Welcome back to News 2 at 11. I'm Nicole Smith, and happy Thanksgiving. Let's get you right to the weather. Meteorologist Marcus Bagwell standing by. Marcus, it is cold, but this is just the beginning, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Nicole, saying that, I mean, are you on board with this? I don't know if you're necessarily on board.
I don't support this at all, Marcus.
Okay.
It is what it is.
All right, well, yeah, that's all the ride that we're going to be on. These colder temperatures are settling in over the next several days. We're going to end the month of November below average on temperatures, both on the high temp and the low temp. And we're going to hold on to these clouds through the afternoon. This is a look from downtown Nashville. A Nissan Stadium camera really showing that overcast sky. Also the view from Murfreesboro, our Gateway Tire and Service Center camera. Dry, but it is cloudy and it is quite cold. We're in the 40s now for the midday.
Well, can you smell those turkeys frying? We're hearing from country artist Tracy Lawrence as he fries up hundreds of birds, all to support an agency that is making a difference right here in Music City.
What can I do the day after Thanksgiving if I don't feel like shopping?
Well, Sylvia, I can tell you how to get into Lane Motor Museum for free. And while you're here, take some amazing selfies.
And she is a symbol of strength and resilience during hard times. Today, we introduce you to real live Rosie the Riveters and celebrate their legacy as this month's hometown hero.
I'm Sylvia Castaneda at Lane Motor Museum.
And I'm Derek Moore, curator of collections.
And Local on 2 starts now.
Live from Nashville, Tennessee with Laura Schweizer and Stephanie Langston. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Local on 2.
Well, hello, and thanks so much for joining me here on Local on 2. I'm Stephanie Langston, and we are just days away from Thanksgiving, a time to reflect on everything that we are grateful for. And today, we are thankful that we live in a city that never fails to give back. An act I witnessed firsthand this morning at the fairgrounds is Tracy Lawrence, one of the most recognizable voices in country music with hits like Paint Me a Birmingham and Time Marches Along, talked turkey as he fried up some birds to help those who could use a little extra love this holiday.
Well, we're here with the turkey master himself, Tracy Lawrence, who's assuring everyone out there has their main dish covered this Thanksgiving. First things first, I know this has been going on for quite a while now. Have you always been a turkey perfectionist?
Well, you know, I've always loved cooking for other people, and so it started off with me and friends doing stuff.
Content segments during Local on 2 were sponsored by Lane Motor Museum, Nashville Subaru, and Voga Italia and Innovation Brands, Inc. Well, ahead of Thanksgiving, get out of the kitchen and check out a restaurant at a fraction of the cost. Scan this QR code or visit News 2, be our guest to check out some of this week's offerings. Right now, you can get a $50 gift certificate for just $25. That's half off. There are limited time offers, so get them while they're hot. And a reminder, these gift certificates, well, guess what? They make great gifts. Thanks so much for joining us. News 2 at 3 starts now.
'Tis the season. We hear from Metro Police about their plans to stop holiday shoplifters in their tracks. Plus, a piece of history in Sumner County is getting a major facelift. We take you inside the Comer Barn restoration. And millions of Tennesseans are preparing to travel for Thanksgiving week. We have the tips to make that ride a little bit smoother.
Live, up-to-the-minute coverage. This is News 2 at 3.
Welcome to News 2 at 3. I'm Haley Wilgus. Metro Nashville police are ramping up efforts to combat retail theft and monitor traffic flows around shopping malls ahead of Black Friday. News 2's Audrey Mayer joins us in the studio with how officers will be working on the ground and in the air to ensure your holiday shopping goes smoothly this year. Audrey.
Haley, whether it's on foot, horseback, car, or even by helicopter, Metro Police are keeping an eye on Nashville shopping areas.
This is a News 2 breaking news alert.
And we begin with breaking news. Special Counsel Jack Smith is officially moving to drop the January 6th election interference case against President-elect Donald Trump. Alicia Wimberly is at the WKRN.com alert desk with the details. Alicia.
Well, Kendall, Smith is also expected to dismiss the classified documents case against Trump. ABC News reports that could be as soon as today. Trump was charged last year with plotting to overturn the 2020 election and illegally storing classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate.
Live, up-to-the-minute coverage. This is News 2 at 4.
A TWRA sergeant is sharing his story of rescuing a bald eagle shot in Sumner County. Welcome to News 2 at 4. I'm Kendall Ashman. He tells News 2's Audrey Mayer it's unlikely the shooting was an accident, and agents are now looking for the shooter.
Nearly 2 weeks ago, a man was logging in a rural area of Hendersonville near the White House line when he saw a bird walking through the forest floor acting strange.
Breaking news alerts and coverage where you live with Mark Kelly and Danielle Breezy's Storm Tracker forecast. This is News 2 at 4.
Well, the Hendersonville Fire Department is rallying in support of one of their own. This is Don Dullenbach. He's a Hendersonville native who has worked in public service for over 30 years. Well, after coming home from a trip, Don discovered he had advanced form of pancreatic cancer. Well, since then, his work family has come to his aid, while Don himself is determined to spread awareness of this life-altering situation. News 2 Sam Clementi met with Don and his crew.
News 2 at 5 starts right now.
Live, up-to-the-minute coverage. This is News 2 at 5.
Well, a Nashville man is making it his mission to clean up Music City. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 5. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. With the help of local businesses and nonprofits, he says he has collected about 200,000 pounds of trash over the last 2 years. The most recent cleanup site is just north of downtown near the I-65 bridge over the Cumberland River. He told News 2's Audrey Mayer he thinks government agencies should be doing more to fix the problem. Audrey.
Haley, Barry Dupnick says most of the trash is being illegally dumped by the river, and he says it can't be taken care of with just a shovel, a rake, and some trash bags. Some of the pieces of trash are bulky and heavy, and Dupnick says sometimes the items are buried.
The amount of trash piling up is just enormous at this point.
For about 2 years, Barry Dupnick has organized trash cleanups around Music City.
Coverage where you live. With Bob Mueller, Haley Wilgus, and Danielle Breezy's hour-by-hour forecast. This is News 2 at 5.
A quick response by Nashville firefighters to an apartment fire in Madison prevented that blaze from spreading. It happened around noon at the Breckenridge Apartments off Nesbitt Lane, just west of Interstate 65. Nashville Fire sent these pictures of the scene at the apartment complex. Now, no one was hurt. The building has 20 units, and property managers are right now assessing how many apartments are affected and how many residents will be displaced. The Red Cross is helping those forced out by the fire. Tonight at 6, Tennesseans could see some relief at the checkout counter, a new push to drop the statewide grocery tax. Plus, the TBI pushing on in its efforts to track down members of a Venezuelan gang. Tonight on News 2 at 6. Tragedy strikes a family of 12, now mourning the loss of a 16-year-old son. They struggled to accept not getting to say goodbye.
The governor championing the TBI's efforts as they track down members of a Venezuelan gang right here in Tennessee.
Legislation to remove the sales tax on groceries will save Tennesseans money, but does it have a chance of passage in the Tennessee General Assembly?
Live, up-to-the-minute coverage. This is News 2 at 6.
This definitely takes a chunk of our heart.
A Nashville family seeks support dealing with the loss of their 16-year-old son who died in a car crash. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. On Thursday, the Hurt family lost Jamon just 2 minutes away from his home. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry has their story.
Tonight's top stories and a forecast for your community with Bob Mueller, Haley Wilgus, and Chief Meteorologist Danielle Breezy. This is News 2 at 6.
Mount Juliet Police launched Operation Safe Shopper to keep an eye on local shopping areas this holiday season. This as shoplifting is up 20% compared to this time last year. News 2's Kendall Ashman has more.
From the paddocks to the Providence area, it's the target for shoplifters.
And showers continue overnight. Plus, I'm tracking colder temperatures and the possibility of some snow showers. News 2 Now at 10 starts now.
Top stories and tomorrow's forecast in the first 5 minutes. This is News 2 Now at 10.
Tonight, a Metro Council member says enough is enough. After another crash on busy Elm Hill Pike in Donaldson, he's calling out the city's Department of Transportation.
And he says this is not the first time he's asked for safety improvements in that area. News 2's My Owen spoke with him and shares more.
In the eyes of those who live near Elm Hill Pike, it happens far too often.
Breaking news alerts and tonight's top stories with Bob Mueller, Haley Wilgis, and Danielle Breezy's updated weekend forecast. This is News 2 Now at 10.
Some good Thanksgiving news tonight. 3 Americans are out of a Chinese prison and headed home tonight.
The Biden administration secured their release after years of wrongful imprisonment. Reporter Raquel Martin is in Washington with more details.
Well, this is certainly welcome news right before the holidays. The Biden administration says all 3 men, including one who was facing the death penalty, will soon be reunited with their families. Now, lawmakers who've been pushing for their release say for years these men have endured harsh conditions while in Chinese prison.
3 more Americans will spend the holiday.